Hi there, this is a little addition to the timeline. So a little fun thing I do with the students is say, obviously why is it 2019? Because Christianity has imposed the Christian calendar on the world and how all the different cultures and religions have different dates. Islam, Judaism, Chinese, Hindu, etc., First Nations. But it's 2019. And so I say just to make the math easy, let's say it's the year 2000. And we're going to travel back in time to the year 10,000 BCE. And what we say will start then is many cultural archaeologists, anthropologists say that groups started to live together in big enough groups that they stayed instead of being nomadic. And so therefore they had some kinds of laws. So I asked the students, how many years would you have to travel back in time? If it was the year 2000, you got to go back to 10,000 BC. Now the math people, they just get it. But the non-math people, and I was one of those in high school, were kind of looking at it like, ooh. And we can't figure it out that it's 12,000 years. So it's a little fun thing to start with. Anyway, so I do this little lecture on the timeline talking about how from 10,000 BCE, maybe to about 4,000 BCE, there was possibly a matriarchal culture. It's debatable, it's a theory, but it is the psychoanalytic roots of patriarchy theory, that it was a matriarchal culture, women-led society. And you ask, well, why would women be considered goddesses? And students think, oh, they gave birth. Exactly, they could create life. Who could create life but goddesses, God? And then, they could suckle at the teat and give food for these babies. And again, who could do that, produce food from their own body but God? So society, let's say the women would have the babies, sit around the fire in the cave or whatever, take care of the babies. And okay, well the men, well why don't you go out hunter-gatherer and get some food for us? So they bring back the food, make their offerings to the goddesses. The goddesses are there by the fire. It's natural for them, to cook it up and serve it up. Everyone's equal. Everyone gets enough food. If you're hungrier, you get a bit more. And while the women are sitting there, they discuss what should society do. Okay, we'll plant corn there, we'll go here in the spring, we'll go, we'll do these things. The men would come back and the women would tell them what we're doing, and of course they would do that because that was just, the goddesses were saying what to do. It wasn't in any unequal kind of way, but that's how it went. The theory of this cultural anthropology theory is that they went and did a lot of digging and found many pieces of art, pottery, paintings in caves where the women were goddesses, given food and offerings to. And that's where the theory comes from. And they feel like maybe 4,000 BCE, things started to change, that enough people were starting to realize that, 9 months ago, we did that thing, 9 months ago. So ding, 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 lights came on around the world that, oh my God, men played a part in the birthing process as well. So that it wasn't just the women, oh my God, women aren't God, women aren't goddesses, we're part of the birthing process. So that's when the men took over and patriarchy started. And patriarchy would sublimate women, and that's when these cultural anthropologists, archaeologists found arrowheads and warheads and mass graves and executions and jails and starvation and groups conquering other groups when the men took over. So we go through patriarchy and what that might mean. And then we, at the end, sort of for fun, say, hey, guys, why don't we give up power to the women again and let the women run the world, and maybe we'd have a more communal, safe, well-fed world with less war, etc., etc. So it's just a little bit of fun to do with the timeline and who controls the law. And, back to the 7 biases that rich, white, heterosexual, English-speaking, able-bodied Christian men write the law and control the law. And so this is maybe a little bit on gender and the history timeline. Thank you.